It's a long story, but the short version is I was an actor down in Miami, and I was working on Miami Vice. I was doing a couple of films down there, working not as steady as I'd like to have been in order to pay the rent. So a friend of mine that I went to school with had already been to the only makeup school down there, no longer there. And he said, Alan, if you work as an actor for these directors, for these producers, for these casting agents, as you work as a makeup artist for them, then maybe when you come across them as an actor, you might get a break. So I went to the makeup school. Long story short, when I was just about to graduate from the makeup school, the owner of the makeup school asked me if I wanted to teach for him. He saw some kind of promise. I was teaching forms from 7 to 12 at night after that point, and in the daytime he was sending me out on makeup jobs, and I was also still pursuing the acting career. But push comes to shove, the makeup was much more steady than the acting, and I took the lesson that fate was trying to teach me, and I became a full-time makeup artist, and it's been a great ride ever since. Hi, my name is Alan Cutler, and I'm the teacher of Beauty 301 here in New York City. A student graduating from this school is so much better equipped than other makeup artists who have been in the field for years at a time. It's being able to cast a net wide enough to be able to catch the fish, and that fish is a job. So what we teach is marketing skills, PR skills. I fine-tune the makeup skills in my class in order to build a phenomenal book. The portfolio that the students leave with is full of professional models from the top modeling agencies here in New York, from the top fashion photographers here in New York. The promo cards that they leave with, the business cards that they learn to design, all of this combined just makes a winning situation for the student to be able to use the same dedication that they used in class once they graduate and get out there in the real world to be able to get the job and compete against people who have been out there a little bit longer than they've been. What makes a great makeup artist? Well, it's definitely a combination of things. It's not only skill, and skill is developed over time, but right off at the beginning, it's people skills. I've seen many mediocre makeup artists whose skill as a makeup artist is growing. I've seen them hired back and back and back again for the same job because they're easy to work with. They get along well with everybody on the set. They're not complaining. They've just developed wonderful people skills compared to other makeup artists who have been in the field for a while but are jaded. They have attitudes. They're what some people might call divas. They expect things to be done for them. They don't pitch in. These are the kind of makeup artists that people will hire because they have to hire them for a particular reason, but if given the opportunity and the choice, they will definitely hire the makeup artist without as much experience, only because they're so much more enthusiastic and attentive to being on the set. It's one thing to be able to learn makeup artistry through a book, but it's another thing to have an instructor next to you, actually taking that amount of time to make sure that you get it right. So that's why I like MUD for a student. For a student, MUD can also be a sense of developing a family. We have so many students go through our school that are calling other students that they went to school with as the second makeup artist for a job, as their assistant for a job. They keep in touch with each other because they have this as their common denominator. They have all the incredible training that they've gotten through MUD to fall back on and to be able to use as a reference for when they work with each other on a set. My dreams and aspirations for my students are for them to continue getting to work, being an inspiration to those who know them, and to be able to pass that joy on to others.